All right, welcome to Between the Lines, fueled by Gatorade. Gabe Henderson here alongside Pete Bercich and Pete. I don't know what's worse, this stain on my white shirt or how terribly the Vikings played today in the second quarter, which ultimately led to a loss, which we lost the game on a walk-off touchdown, but still we, like you said, dug ourselves in a hole and didn't get to the point.
And we kind of talked about that earlier. It's frustrating, and it's one thing to not have a good half, but the second half they came out. The defense needed to come up with a stop. The Lions were 3-and-out the first 2 or 3 possessions coming out of halftime. We were getting some momentum. We were starting to settle down on our offensive line. We've been without Adam Thielen. And we fight our way, claw our way back into this game. And, you know, for a Lions team that has been averaging 15.5 points all year, to let them put up, you know, almost close to 30 points against us, I mean, it's and then to get that lead late and then let it slip away. It's almost as if, you know, first of all, like, you got to play 2 complete halves of football, no question about it. But
for at least 3 or 4 quarters.
But if you're going to battle your way to get back into that thing, hold on to it. And we just weren't able to do that.
I think I'm more frustrated for a guy like Justin Jefferson, 11 receptions, 182 yards. Blake Lynch, 2 sacks, 1 strip sack. Those guys played their tail offs, but at the end of the day, the only thing you'll see on Monday, is the fact that we lost to a winless Detroit Lions team.
Well, mainly when you lose a game as a player, you got to look back and think, did I do everything I possibly could? Did I give everything I had? Did I leave it all on the field? And you mentioned Jefferson. I mean, Jefferson, from a yardage standpoint, had his best career day. He did everything he could. He was the only, you know, he was, even without Thielen, he was the spot of focus defensively for the Lions, and he still managed to play, you know, and have a great game. So it's the guys that, you know, early on or the first half of this game weren't really, you know, didn't bring it or made some mistakes. That's where you got to look at the film and see, you know, what you did wrong. You know, I think Tomlinson and Pierce coming back made a nice difference. So those guys, you know, they jump right back in and with all guns blazing. But when you're down that many starters and you have 3 offensive linemen in new positions, it's going to be tough no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, that second quarter we were outscored 20-0. Gave up 5 explosive plays, 5 passes of 23 yards or more, and we fixed it coming out of the half, and they battled hard. But still, after you look at all of this, we play in 4 days against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So you got to have a short memory, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of the thing with an athlete is you know, these guys may not even have time to sit down and really watch this film and learn from it. You have to get yourself ready for Ben Roethlisberger. Now there's some, you know, with him coming out saying this is his last year in Pittsburgh and all these other things, they've got plenty of their own distractions. But it is what it is. You played 4 out of the last 5 on the road. Now you got a Thursday night game. You know, that you can't change that. You can't have no control over that. What you got to do now is rest, recover, and get yourself as ready as you possibly can for a Thursday night game, which, let's face it, those Steelers are going to throw this football all over the yard. They're going to want to do that. So defensively, defensive back-wise, we got to get everybody healthy and get everybody back on the field.
Yeah, like, it's so hard for me to talk positives here, so I'm not even going to talk positives because this is such a terrible loss. And I know all the coaching staff, the players, they feel it. They're probably more frustrated than we are. But at the same time, looking ahead to after the Pittsburgh Steelers game and getting a break and getting the opportunity to try to rewrite this ship, like how do you do that?
I think you just got to take a step back now and say the guys that have earned the right to play, they're the ones that are going to be out there, right? I mean, you kind of have to draw the line in the sand and let everybody know, hey, we got the same standards for everyone. Now, you're going to have a little bit of a long week going into Chicago, but if you think it's tough to win here, it's tough to win in Chicago, and it's a place that we've struggled mightily over the years. So we really, you know, they really have to get their acts together and get a win Thursday night. I don't care how ugly it is, but get a W in the column and continue to fight. And you got to meet the Bears twice in the last 4 weeks of the season. 1 day at a time, 1 game at a time, 1 win at a time. Vikings fans, thank you for tuning into another edition of Between the Lines, fueled by Gatorade.